Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So today we are going to be checking out, of course, some diecast, but it's going to be some recent finds. So basically we're going to be checking out some main lines from Hot Wheels, Matchbox, as well as Misto. So found a few new pieces that I'm going to be adding to the collection and wanted to share those with you. First and foremost, I guess we'll start with the stuff that's maybe less sought after, if I can put it that way. Basically, we're talking about, there we go, just getting this readjusted. Talking about the Misto main lines. So I picked up a couple of fresh metal, and some a bunch of commuter cars in this showcase. Actually, a bunch of commuter cars, just like your regular day-to-day NPC traffic kind of thing going on. So best example of this is definitely this piece right here. So we're talking about the current generation Toyota Corolla sedan. So that metallic red that is a really nice hue. Got some front fascia details there. This is the facelifted version of the 2019 Plus Corolla with the more aggressive bumper skirts. Got some deets in the rear as well. And as you can see by the badging, this would be an SE, so kind of like a middle of the line type of trim level. Got the Misto multi-spokes. Of course, no interior, because no interior. And yeah, basically pretty cool little piece. Just your day-to-day compact sedan, nothing crazy. Of course, this does make me want to pick up the CCA / MSZ Camry of the same vintage. That'd be pretty cool to have side by side. But I believe it's in gloss red as opposed to metallic red. So, but this is definitely a good piece. I definitely like this this little piece a lot. So, second Misto I picked up. It's actually kind of a little project that I'm gonna be venturing into. We're talking about this. Well, technically Mark III, but I like to say Mark 3.5 Golf Cabrio. So we've got the white paint, black interior. It's convertible, so you gotta have an interior for a convertible. And it's actually a pretty decent interior compared to your mainline Hot Wheels and Matchbox. Very hard to see in this kind of light, but yeah, it's actually well done. Very well done. See how there's air passing through the spokes of that steering wheel? That's a rarity. So you do have the double 5-spoke not very nice looking Misto wheels. And this wheel here is kind of a little bit tucked up because of the fact that we've got a little bit casting flashing, and I think it's got the wheel stuck in the wheel well. But not to worry, because basically these wheels, as well as actually this base as a whole, see it's written Golf 4, but it's actually Golf 3 with the Golf 4 front fascia. This is actually going to be base swapped with another example of the same cast that I have, but an older version of it, which is this one right here. So see how these 6-spoke wheels look really close to standard Volkswagen wheels? And plus, if I'm not mistaken, actually, you know what? I'll flip these around. I think that the base on the red version that you see here is a little bit heftier than the one on the right. And funny thing, variation here, VW Golf 4 for the Cabrio, VW Golf GTI for their older version. So that's pretty cool. So basically, yeah, this one has a defect, which is why I picked out this one, just to kind of like force me to actually get this done eventually. And with the help of this one, which you see is missing the windshield for unforeseen circumstances, I did have to get this roof straightened out again. I'm probably going to do the same because factory, as you can see, it's a little bit low. So I'm probably going to stretch that out just a little bit, just to make sure that it stands a little bit higher. And yeah, there you go. But it's same details, except for the rear lights on the red one are not present. But you know, that's okay because it's a red car, and who cares? So same interior as well. So all right, last Misto I picked up is actually going to be one that I'm going to eventually crack open, because I now have two color variations of the same cast. It would be the pre-LCI BMW 1 Series. I had to pick this one up. Highlighter yellow, black roof, front and rear lights done with the logos, the black 5 spokes, which look better than the original one. Actually, the original one that I picked up was actually a gold with these specific wheels on it. So metallic gold with the twin 5 spokes. This one is, I don't know, a little bit sportier and whatnot. This one I'm going to crack open eventually, because I don't actually have a first gen 1 Series open. So I think that's going to be a pretty cool addition to the BMW loose lineup. So we'll put that one right here. All right, next, switching over to Matchbox. Only picked up one single, as the Matchbox drops have been getting really slow. You know, once case drops, you know, you'll find a half a dozen that you want and like, but it's gonna be a long while before you see anything else. Picked up just a single because this is one I had actually not added to the collection, and that I didn't like the first colorway of, which was in yellow. The second colorway in blue looks much better. It's the current gen Opel Astra, I believe it's the current gen. You know, I'm not sure if this is electric or not, actually. Some people were saying this is electric, but I'm not sure. Is it actually electric? Could be. I mean, I really am not keeping up to date with these you know, commuter cars that are not sold here, although I should be, and definitely I wish they were, because we're absolutely in North America getting rid of cars to make way for SUVs, whereas these little commuter cars, pretty much all you need, unless you have like off-road needs or like 5 kids. You don't need an SUV. So yeah, the 6 spokes, classic 6 spokes, black, metallic blue, black roof, well detailed in the front and rear with the license plate, badging, and lights. Well done. Slightly smoked windows. So yeah, I think there's something inside the bubble. You can see where the windshield is. I thought that was outside. It's actually inside the bubble. We'll see what that is eventually if I open this. But yeah, so single Matchbox. Sorry about that. But I did pick up a Matchbox 5-pack, and this one, obviously, well, I had to get absolutely. Move these over a little bit, make it a little bit more room. There we go. Yeah, so I picked up the MBX Japan Cruisers 2. So nice selection of cars. As you can see, you got the LS400, RX8, 350Z, SVX, as well as the AZ1. So let's check them out one by one. First one that you got a peek at is this one paint color LS400 first gen facelift. So basically 6 spokes instead of the kind of like the Steelies with the dog dish caps, as per the first release. Same as the anniversary release with the yellow accenting in smoked silver. And we do have this beautiful RX-8 in a beautiful metallic green. Great casting. Third colorway that I personally acquire. I think there's a blue one that I don't have, but I do have the black and the red. Red one being loose. We also have the 350Z, which I do have a color variation of with the white paint and kind of goldish striping. So that's a cool offset. Unfortunately, this one does have the side deco, so no front lights, but still very good casting. Much better casting than the drift inspired one that Hot Wheels released, and definitely better than the concept version that they released. So it's very well proportioned. Blue Subaru SVX. So this is going to be colorway number 4 in the collection, with the green, with gold wheels, the red, which is a Rio dedicated cast, as well as the first white release. So that's awesome. Happy to add that to the collection. And lo and behold, another AZ1, an AutoZam K-Car. So just picked up the yellow one not too long ago, and now we got the white on white with the black interior, white wheels and everything like that. So that's awesome. Very happy to pick this up. One of the better 5-packs that will probably be released this year. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. Does not want to stand up, I guess. There we go. I think that's good. And we'll finish off with some Hot Wheels. And guess what? Walmart up here in Canada, in the greater Montreal area, is getting flooded with Shortcards. And I've been noticing that the dollar stores have been getting some Shortcards too. So I'm thinking there's probably a little bit of that supply chain issue going on. So we're getting Shortcards, which is great. So I did pick up a few Hot Wheels Shortcards that I didn't have yet in the collection. So we'll check those out. So we have first and foremost the I don't pick up a whole lot of fantasy castings, but there are a couple that I really do like. And one of these is definitely this one. The Hako Type D. Really, really cool. So Hako, you know, Hakosuka, I'm not sure if it's the Type D, to me, refers to initial D. You got the Takumi type kanji on the front door, the kind of like panda looking livery on the side. Obviously, you know, a little bit of A86 initial D inspiration there. The Hako, I'm not sure where they get that from, but this definitely reminds me, in its lines, in its proportions, and the fact that it's so squared out, really reminds me of like very late 70s, early 80s concept cars. You know, if we're talking about Giugiaro, if we're talking about the Tal Design Ghia, you know, these kind of European designers that just went with the very geometric shaped cars. Kind of reminds me of a style like that. You know, you even have the SVX style partially opening windows. I find that's definitely a touch. It's very, I mean, you know, the Countach had that as well and all that. So it's very, very, very late 70s, early 80s as a styling. So, but it's a really cool design overall. This is probably going to get cracked eventually because it does have a bend in the card. But I really just wanted to pick one up because new casting, and I find it's kind of cool. Other new casting that technically is fantasy, but in practice obviously is not. We have, out of the first response series, the Drift Ender. So Land Rover Defender with a twin turbo swap. See it even better on the card art. And slammed to the ground. Defender 90, so 2-door. And get it out to get sideways. Very cool. I like these kind of cyberpunk inspired builds that Hot Wheels is doing more and more of. I find it's really, really cool. Definitely got that X for that. Actually, is this driver or passenger? I'm not even sure. This is left or right hand drive. Either way, from here, the right side light is an X, and we've seen this in a couple of other recently released casts that have even the Legends, the most recent Legends tour Miata. You know, I find it's very reminiscent of this, And yeah, we do have the UK style, well, loosely styled after UK police delivery. Drift ender on the door. Purple wheels, which is a cool contrast. The aero discs, kind of cool contrast. I like it a lot. Very cool, you know, compared to the regular plain Jane Defender. It's a nice, nice flip. Now we'll get into the license stuff. First and foremost, we do have the GR86 Cup car, second livery, which means I'll probably be opening the original because I really want to take my gander into adding those rear lights. So this one's Hot Wheels Race Team livery, number 16. 10 spokes in chrome, orange paint, black, silver, and white livery with the Bridgestone and Sparkle sponsorship. So it's a cool, very cool Toyota logo on the front. And yeah, nice little cool one make race type of car. Something that I was really looking forward to getting because I only have one version of this casting and it is now loose. And got it from a 5-pack, an old Nightburners 5-pack. Re-release of the best Escort Cosworth casting that Hot Wheels has produced versus their first one, which was dubious with that top mount rear wing that was integrated into the window piece of the car. This one with the aero disc was perfect, as you know, it's a throwback to OZ Racing wheels. The same style aero discs. No details front and back as it's got a full body livery, but we do see those 6 fog lights, the Moret style quad round front lights, the non-Cosworth rear lights, which I always found weird on this casting, only shade I can throw on it, WRC style wing as opposed to the whale tail, and a great deco. The Hot Wheels graphics, Bilstein and Toyo Tires Sparkle sponsorships, as well as the Ford logo. So very nice livery. Just missing those head and tail light details, which, you know, are very easy to add because of the fact that it's got the quad front lights and it's just little dabs basically that need to be added to make it that much better. Next up, let's delve into a little bit of supercar action with this classic, some would say first supercar, the Lamborghini Miura 71 SV in this case. So I did not pick up the original orange, do have the blue one on long card, now I have the short card, and this is the color combo I'm talking about, as it has the gold wheels, gold trim, which is something that definitely I was holding against the original release that had the silver. I love the gold contrasting in any color. Give me lime green, give me black, give me blue, give me any color. The gold trim and the gold wheels instead of the silver, it wins every time. So very nice casting, nicely detailed front and back. Well, actually I should say top and back, with a little bit of sides with the Bertoni badge on there. So really great, really great. Love this car. Very happy to get a color variation I actually enjoy, and I'll probably end up opening the blue one because of that. So yeah, we'll see about that anyways, because I do have a 1/43 scale in yellow. It's already loose of a Miura, although it's a P400S, it's not an SV. We'll see. Next up, we have the Gordon Murray Automotive, the GMA T33, more basic model versus the T50 in orange that I did crack in a previous video. This one, just like the T50, is very well done, but this one has an edge as it does not need the black cladding on the side, which does remove the rear tampo slide. Do much prefer the rear done, little Hot Wheels logo there, and the front done, or the top should I say, as opposed to not having the rear and having some black body cladding on the side. But yeah, just a clean car, not surprising, factory fresh, Factory Fresh has always had those details you need. Without those, you do not. So that is definitely awesome. Very happy to get this lower tier GMA car, but that is still a great piece of kit. Second to last car we're going to be checking out, and there were a bunch of these in the dump bin at Walmart, like a literal bunch. Fortunately, not the version you want, but still. Our first mainline version of the Nissan Sunny B120 pickup truck. Yeah, so there was already a bunch of cards, you know, like normally at Walmart when a collector has been through the bin, they're gonna put on that big sign with the pricing, you know, a bunch of cars that he knows that are desirable, just to let you know, hey dude, you're looking for supers, you're not gonna find any here. If you're lucky, you may be getting a T-Hunt, you know. So, well, there's a bunch of these. So plastic base version of the metal one that we've seen in a couple of releases. I believe JH3, Japanese Historics 3, had the first version in yellow. Then we got in the Hyper Haulers another one white with the blue detailing, which I've actually integrated into the OG Nissan box set, the first one that was released. So yeah, this one's nice, old school. Again, the super advanced looking double three-spoke wheels and charcoal, and a little bit of damage on the J-hook, so it'll probably end up being opened anyways. So, but yeah, so that's definitely cool. And last but not least, went to the grocery store to pick up some stuff, and decided to take a gander into the dump bin, since I saw that on top of the old stuff that's completely destroyed and old, and you know, that I don't care for, they had put a little tiny bit of new stuff, and had spotted this twice in the same dump bin earlier without knowing what it was, and never picked it up, but now I actually have it. So the Fished and Chip Treasure Hunt, best livery on this car, best wheels on this car that have been released so far, in my humble opinion. I have one of these loose. It's one of those fantasy castings I do like, but this one, the T-Hunt one, damn, the brown and beige. Of course, you have your little T-Hunt logo right there, and I love these new wheels on this thing. Looks so good. No details front and rear. It's pretty much always been the case with this casting. The one I have loose in purple out of a multi-pack is definitely detailed up, so it does have front and rear lights now, but kind of looks like a Jag. Kind of looks like the, what is it called? I believe it's called the XG120, big sedan, basically, very rounded out. But if they made a coupe version of that, this is what I find this looks like, and I love it. Old British looking, yeah, British looking luxury coupe. So there you go. So that's pretty much all my finds. Hopefully you enjoyed checking these out, and yeah, if you want to be advised of when I upload next, feel free to subscribe. Of course, comment your feedback, and on that, I will catch you on the next one. Stay safe out there. Happy hunting, and farewell. Bye.